Hello, and welcome back to Level Up Lessons from Microsoft Excel. Before we dive into the individual functions of the program, we need to lay a strong foundation. We will be discussing the functions displayed on the diagram. Feel free to download a copy to follow along or to reference as needed. To reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed, the foundational structure of the program will be covered in 2 videos. This is part 1. The diagram on the screen represents the building blocks of Microsoft Excel, some of which will lead today's discussion. Today, we will be diving into the tools located at the top of the application, which are generally used to execute the commands. We will be breaking down multiple items to ensure you have the foundational structure required for success. A second video will follow to review the workspace and the tools located at the bottom of the application. Today's agenda will cover the top bar, the ribbon, the primary tabs, the command groups, the quick access toolbar, and the formula bar. Located on the top bar are the quick access toolbar, the file name, the search help feature, the ribbon display options, the minimize button, the maximize restore down button, and the close button. Please note, the quick access toolbar can be relocated. I currently have mine at the top of the screen, so it will be covered during the top bar session. The quick access toolbar is customizable and was created to give users easy access to frequently used options. My quick access toolbar includes New, Open, Save, and Print Preview. You can add additional items to the quick access toolbar by clicking the drop-down and adding from the list of available items. Or you can click the command button to see what's really under the hood. Let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and add the spell check and autosave buttons, since these are features that I find most helpful. You can also move the quick access toolbar to another location by clicking the show below the ribbon button. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it here because it gives me more space to add other items. Next, let's review the file name, which is also located on the top bar. As you can see, the file name defaults to Book 1, but this can be changed by just giving your file a name. I'm going to name this file Sample 1. Let's click File, then Save As. Select the location. I'm going to go ahead and put mine on my desktop. And then type the name in the empty space. Next, we will click the Save button. As you can see, the file name has the new name that I assigned. Always remember, Save As is used to name the file, while Save is used to save the updates and changes you've made to a file that you are working on but have already given a name. Some of you may already know this, but this is just an FYI for those of you who do not. I would now like to take a look at the Search Help feature. The Search Help feature can serve as a shortcut and can take you directly to the feature or to give you additional information about the feature. For example, if I was to type in the word spelling, I would get a few options in regards to the word spelling. I would get the option to run a spell check on my work. I would also get the option to find the word spelling within my file. And I will also be given a few articles related to spell checks so I can search additional information. This is a very powerful feature and can be very beneficial if you need help locating an item or if you need additional information. Next, we'll move into the ribbon display options. This gives users the ability to show and hide the tabs in ribbon and is based on the user preference. The auto hide feature allows the user to automatically show or hide the ribbons and tabs based on clicking the mouse. The items will disappear when the user clicks inside the workspace and appear when the user clicks the three buttons at the top or the top bar. In addition, the user can choose to show only the tabs, or they can show the tabs and commands. I prefer to have all my tools displayed, but again, this is up to the user's preference. Next, we need to review the last items that are located on the top bar. The minimize button, the maximize restore down button, and the close button. Now, many of you are already familiar with these buttons, but I'm going to go ahead and review them for those of you who are not. The minimize button reduces the document to the taskbar without actually closing it. This is helpful when you are working in multiple applications or documents and you need to switch back and forth without actually closing the document. This gives you the ability to just reduce it to the taskbar and go back to it when you are ready. Now, the maximize restore down button allows the user to resize the application. This is also helpful when you are working in multiple applications, but it gives you the ability to resize the application and place them side by side. So that gives you the ability to review items and applications side by side. The close button, of course, is to close the application when you are done working in it, and it will prompt you to save your work if you have not done so. Okay, with that all being said, we have covered the top bar as well as the quick access toolbar. Go ahead and take a break if you need to and rejoin us when you are ready. Next, we will be moving into ribbons and tabs. Welcome back. We're now going to dive into the most important tools of the Microsoft Excel program. The ribbon and primary tabs are perhaps the most essential part of a strong foundation. Getting familiar with the ribbon and tab will help you locate the tools needed to execute a command. This video will introduce the features, but we will move in deeper as we learn and explore the program. The ribbon is the display you see at the top of the Microsoft Excel program. It is the primary interface with Excel. It allows you to access most of the commands available to you in Excel. It is composed of three parts: tabs, groups, and commands. Following are a few fun facts about the ribbon. The tabs located within the ribbon yields a different set of tools to help you execute a variety of commands. The primary tabs are File, Home, Insert, Draw, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, and Help. When you select one of these tabs, the area displays a set of groups related to the tab. You will find buttons within groups representing a variety of commands associated with the tab. For instance, the Page Layout tab will display items related to the look and feel of the page. The ribbon is also customizable and other tabs can be added. We will demonstrate this in a later video, however. Okay, so this concludes the ribbons and tabs review. You're doing great. We have just 2 more items to review before wrapping up this tutorial. Next, we will discuss the command groups which fall within the tabs. Again, take a break if you need to and rejoin us when you are ready. Next, we will be reviewing the groups and command buttons which are displayed based on the tab selected. The diagram on your screen provides a visual structure of the actual order. As you can see, the tabs are within the ribbon, the groups are under the assigned tabs, and the command buttons fall within the groups. Let's take a look at the actual structure and walk through a few on the Excel application. Okay, so here we are on the application. I would like to take a look at the Insert and Review tabs. Groups found under the Insert tab includes tables and illustrations. Within the table group, you will see the table and pivot table command buttons, while under the illustration group, you will find pictures, icons, and shapes. You may also notice an arrow in the corner of some of your groups like we see here on the charts group. When I select the arrow, a dialog box related to the group will open, providing the user with additional options. Let's go ahead and check out the groups located under the Review tab. Here we have the Proofing group, which contains the spell check and the thesaurus buttons. Moving further down, we have the Protect group. Here you will find options to protect your spreadsheet or your workbook. You may also notice a drop-down on some of your command buttons. This will open up to additional options under the button that the user may find beneficial. I went ahead and captured a sneak peek of the tabs and few of the groups you can expect to find under the tab. As you can see, the groups are usually related to the action of the tab. Go ahead and review the examples on this and the next slide. Okay, so we have now wrapped up the top bar, the ribbon, the primary tabs, the command groups, and the quick access toolbar. You are doing awesome in getting the information you need for a strong foundation. Next, we will be moving into the formula bar. The formula bar is located above the spreadsheet. It is used to show the contents of the current cell, and it allows the users to create and view formulas for calculations. You can change the content of a cell by clicking in the cell or directly from the formula bar. I will demonstrate this directly from the application. Based on the cell address, my content is in cell D5. I'm going to make a small adjustment directly from the cell and again from the formula bar. From the cell, I'm going to add the words "we can" in front of the word "make." I can do this by double-clicking on the cell and placing my cursor in front of the word "make." I will type the words "we can" plus a space and then hit enter. As you can see, I am moved to cell D6. I can confirm this by looking at the cell address again. Next, I'm going to make an update directly from the formula bar. Let's click one time inside of D5. As you look up at the formula bar, you will see my existing content. Now let's go up to the formula bar and place our cursor at the end of the sentence. Let's just type the word "today" at the end of the sentence. Okay, so now let's go ahead and hit enter or the green check mark inside of the formula bar. Now if you hit enter, you'll be taken to D6, which is the cell underneath where your content is. If you hit the check mark, you will remain inside the cell that you are already in. I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark just for demonstration purposes. Next, I want to do a few calculations for demonstration purposes. When doing calculations in Excel, you always want to reference the cell address and not the content. For instance, if I want to add 8 plus 7, I will add D7, which is my cell address where the 8 is, plus D8, which is my cell address where the 7 is, because I am calculating based on the cell address and not based on the content. Let's click inside of cell D9. This is the cell that's going to give us our answer, and this is where we're going to perform our calculations. Okay, so once you have your mouse inside of cell D9, let's go up to the formula bar so we can enter our calculation. Now every calculation begins with the equal sign, so let's place an equal sign inside the bar. This tells Excel you're about to enter a formula.
Next, let's click the cell with the 8 and hit the plus button, and then click the cell with the 7. So do you see the formula inside the formula bar? Okay, so now let's go ahead and click enter. So as you can see in D9, Excel has executed my command. Okay, next I want to do the same thing, but instead of addition, I want to go ahead and use subtraction. So we'll just go ahead and repeat the same steps, but instead of a plus sign, we'll use a minus sign. Okay, so let's start by deleting the information that is in cell D9 because this is where we're going to put our calculation again. Let's go up to the formula bar and enter our equal sign. Okay, next we're going to click the cell where the 8 is. Let's click the button with the minus sign. And next, let's hit the cell with the 7. Okay, look up at your formula bar. And do you see a formula there? Okay, so now let's go ahead and click enter. And as you can see, Excel has executed my command again with the minus sign instead of the plus sign. And I am given 8 minus 7 instead of 8 plus 7, okay? Okay, so I just wanted to give you a basic demonstration of using formulas in the formula bar. We will definitely cover this topic in depth in a later video. Congratulations! You have completed video 1 on laying a strong foundation. Video 2 is equally important, but will cover less ground. The agenda items for video 2 will cover the spreadsheet and workspace, the workbook, the status bar, scrolling and zooming options, and the page view options. So go ahead and take a break. You absolutely deserve it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.